Living large, living loud, stacking paper high, chasing dreams all the way to the sky. From rags to riches in the blink of an eye, friendships in the vault where the old bonds die. Parties on rooftops, crystals in the dark, lost in the glitz till we miss the mark. Gold turned to chains, heavy on the heart, the price of a wish tearing us apart. Crew, we just hit the jackpot, stacks, money tall, and now we on the top of the map. The grease slid in like a police trap. Trucks broke down, can't avoid that cap. Friends turn foes, plot a twist, no script. Lies and blood, bills ain't clean, they drip. Versace steering wheel, now we in for a trip. We used to be friends, but our bond just ripped. Gone. We hit, 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 we hit.
Chapter 25. Roses are red, Maybachs are blue.
If I'm gonna question my entire life, I might as well do it somewhere with imported towels and cucumber mint oxygen mist blowing in the background. I sank deeper into the plush shades near the indoor fire pit, my robe still warm from the eucalyptus steam room, legs stretched out and crossed at the ankle like I had not a single enemy on this earth. The last few days had been a mess. My home, chaos, Emmanuel showing up with fucking Mary, and Mario calling her his woman like I wasn't the one keeping him and his whole bloodline afloat. I took another sip and stared at the bubbling water nearby. Maybe he doesn't want me. The thought crept in like a slick little whisper and settled in the pit of my stomach. Emmanuel and Ladarius trying to keep secrets and shit. They knew Kim was a killer. They knew, and they let us all mourn a lie. Should I tell Olivia? I trust her, kind of, but telling her meant making it real. The waitress asks, "Ma'am, will you be staying another night with us?" I didn't even look up, just kept staring at the flames dancing behind the glass panel. Yes. Charge it to the card on file. She gave a soft, "Yes, ma'am," and walked off like she already knew I was the kind of woman who didn't need a check. I leaned back, exhaled slow, and let the fire warm the underside of my glass. If Olivia doesn't already know what's on that phone, she will.
The vape hit smooth, but it didn't help. I was already at the edge. Smoke curled around the antique rifle display on the wall. Dancing in front of the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, I kept up more for vibes than politics. I sat in the leather armchair that hugged my back like it was trying to comfort me. I needed to figure out how I managed to fumble the one woman who rode for me harder than anybody. Anterial. She hadn't come home since I said that bullshit. Ain't called, ain't text. I messed up. Calling Mary my woman in the heat of frustration? Dumb as hell. I knew the second it came out my mouth, the weight of it hit like a shotgun kickback. It wasn't even true, but that's the one part that never matters. Then I opened my bank app, and there it was. Another $7,000 charge. Now she's adding another night on my card. Oh, so you just on a luxury healing tour now? Must be nice. I slammed the phone down on my thigh, took another long draw from the vape, and tried to collect myself. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. Hello? School secretary. Hi, sir. We've been trying to reach your wife, Mary, regarding your daughter. She hasn't been in school all week, and... Hold on. First of all, Mary ain't my wife. It's Anterial. Second, my daughter's been missing school all week, and y'all just now calling me? Well, sir, we have Mary listed as the primary. Nah, not anymore. Change that. Change it right now. You call me. I pay too much money to be getting updates late like this. I'll handle it immediately. I hung up. I stood there, phone in one hand, vape in the other. Between my daughter, Anterial, and Mary, shit is real fucked up. I took another long pull from the vape, held it. Then the next thing I know, my phone vibrated. Another number flashed across the screen. One I knew too damn well. Chris. My vape was still hot in my hand, and my patience was on E. I picked up the phone, no greeting. I know it was you that shitted in my office, you nasty motherfucker. My voice echoed off the wood-paneled walls. Next time I see you, I'ma put your face in it like a damn dog and teach you a lesson.
I had one AirPod in, standing by my flatbed truck in front of this Jeep. And this man had the audacity. Damn, I only called because I was sent out here to remove a Jeep illegally parked. And guess what? It's your daughter's ride, which means she's skipping school. I waited, let that sit, then added, but you know what? I don't even know why I called your ass. Let me just go ahead and call her real daddy, Emmanuel. I bet he takes care of this pronto.
This man really had the nerve. My jaw locked so hard, I thought I cracked a molar. I'm gonna stick my foot so far up your ass, Chris. Don't touch my damn Jeep. Leave it right there. I'll call someone else.
Fine. I'll leave your little funky ass Jeep right here. I'm gonna piss on the tires to check the air pressure. And when mall security boots it, don't say I ain't tried to be a good citizen. I tapped the phone to hang up. Ungrateful ass, I muttered, shaking my head as I got back in the truck.
This isn't my home. It's my mother's, and I hate staying here. It was temporary survival. My phone rang, and when I saw his name, I didn't hesitate. E, I'm trying to stay strong, but this shit is getting hard. I heard him rustling papers or something in the background, probably halfway listening, but I kept going. I've been at my mama's for too long. I dropped my voice, letting it crack a little. The court's gonna look at this like I ain't stable, like I don't got it together. I already know the game. I gripped the phone tighter. I can't lose her, E. I won't. And just like that, the noise on his end stopped. Then came his voice, low, clear, serious.
You know what? I got this big-ass house to myself and I barely be here anyway. Why don't you just move in with me?
I stood up, my heart thudding in my chest. Wait, for real?
Yeah, I'm sure.
He said, like it was no big deal.
You make a mean oxtail stew. And honestly, I like having you around. Plus, if the courts want stability, ain't nothing more solid than having the mayor's address on the paperwork.
I looked around the cramped space. The plastic drawers, the chipped mirror, the paper-thin walls. Okay, but thank you. For real, E. That means a lot. I paused, then added the part I knew was gonna be the hardest. Now I just gotta convince Mario. There was a beat of silence. Then his voice came back smoother, almost amused.
Don't worry about Mario.
Another pause.
Let me handle him.
I smiled without realizing it. Not because I trusted it, but because in that moment, it felt like I had to.
Would you like to get out of the house tonight?
Yes, please come get me.
Okay, I'll send Trey over right now.
Can you send anybody else to come get me, please?
Well, Trey is already heading that way on some business stuff. Is there a problem with him picking you up?
Trey doesn't like me.
I don't give a fuck what Trey likes. Hell, he's on thin ice with me anyways, so he will be on his best behavior.
He's on thin ice? What did he do?
I'll tell you later.
Pulling up to Mary's mama's house felt like a damn slap in the face. I ain't a driver, I ain't a delivery boy. But here I was, burning gas and patience because His Honor couldn't be bothered to call an Uber for his new bedtime therapist. This is a waste of my damn time. I should be scrubbing security footage or shadowing Ladarius, not babysitting drama with a lace front. Mary stepped out the house in slow motion, like she was descending onto a red carpet. Here we go. She slid in the back seat without saying a word. I didn't speak either. Just gripped the wheel and hit the gas harder than necessary. About 3 blocks in, my jaw was locked tight. The silence wasn't peaceful. It was petty. Finally, I snapped. "Why are you still around, Mary?" Didn't bother to look back. "And what the hell are you looking for?"
His voice was tight, ego bruised. It was cute, really. I sat back with a smirk, crossed my legs. I've got my eye on the prize, baby. I let that baby cut through the air like perfume and poison. And the prize ain't you.
I smiled, not with my mouth, just with a twitch in my cheek. "Do anything stupid, and I'll take you out myself."
I chuckled, not because it was funny, but because he really thought he scared me. I pulled my gun out of my purse, leaned forward just enough for him to feel it in the back of his neck. "You work for him. I'm fucking him. Guess which one of us needs to be worried?"
I pulled up in front of Emmanuel's house, gripping the wheel. She opened the door slow, still soaking in her own audacity. But just as she stepped out, something flashed. My dashboard screen glitched. I narrowed my eyes and leaned forward, just about to check it. Phone ringing. Emmanuel, of course. I clenched my jaw, stared at the glitching screen one more second, then hit answer. But in the back of my head, one thought looped. That screen shouldn't be doing that.
Alex pulled it off. I gotta give him that. A low-key bachelor party at a private cigar lounge that looked like a billionaire's man cave. Leather seats, top-shelf bottles, wood grain walls, and silence thick enough to hear secrets. Just the way I like it. It was just 4 of us. Me, Alex, Mario, and Jason. Everyone else couldn't make it, but honestly, I didn't mind that at all. Alex raised his glass and grinned like he knew something I didn't.
To Darius and his pockets, because having a wedding in this economy is crazy.
I let out a laugh, nodded, raised my glass. Mario chimed in.
"You sure you ready for this, bruh? You know marriage don't come with no warranty."
I leaned back in my seat, took a slow sip and smirked. "Yeah, I'm ready. This the one thing I don't gotta doubt." They gave me that approving nod, the kind men give each other when they want to talk you out of something, but respect you too much to try. Jason spoke up, flicking ash from a cigar he wasn't really smoking.
"You say that now? Wait until she start fussing for dumb shit. Enjoy these last hours of freedom, bro."
The jokes kept flying, the drinks kept pouring. Then Alex said it, what I'd been thinking for weeks.
"So, we just not gonna talk about how weird Emmanuel been acting?"
That caught my attention. I didn't say anything, just let the silence linger. Mario leaned forward, voice lower, more serious.
"Man, he been off since Kim died. But bringing Mary to the housewarming, that was wild. And he ain't even blink about it."
I nodded, stood up like I was stretching, but I had a reason. "Be right back." I slipped away toward the hallway by the humidor, pulled out my phone, and checked the tracker app I'd set up. There they were, Emmanuel and Trey. Again, same pattern, same movement. Almost on a timer, military precision. That shit was calculated. I studied the route one more time before locking the screen and sliding the phone into my jacket. I came back into the lounge just as Alex was mid-sentence.
"After this wedding, me and Liv hitting Jamaica. Just the 2 of us. No calls, no drama."
Jason laughed, tossed back his drink.
"Look at you trying to be grown and tropical."
Then he turned to Mario.
"You really selling that man's dog?"
Mario sat up straight like he was proud.
Damn right. Got a buyer from overseas. Fake papers and all. Purebred. Pure vengeance. Thor gotta go.
Damn, I like having him around. Come get him from my house after the wedding.
He motioned to the waitress.
Let me get another drink.
I couldn't help but smile. For a second it felt normal, but deep inside of me I knew normal wasn't gonna last.
This was supposed to be the calm before the I do. Anterial had rented out the entire spa at the luxury hotel she'd been staying out in, and every detail screamed money and stress relief. Rose petals in the foot baths, silk robes, champagne that didn't taste like corner store bubbles. Me, Anterial, Olivia, Ashley, and Michelle, all in one space. Barely any makeup, no drama. Anterial raised her glass first.
Ever since we hit this lottery, shit's been upside down. I'm just glad this wedding bringing some joy back.
I gave a soft smile. I needed that reminder. I just hope everything goes smoothly. I don't think I can take another surprise. Olivia sipped slow and rolled her eyes playfully.
Girl, we got you. Don't even stress. And after this wedding, I'm gone. Me, Alex, a beach, and 0 cell signal.
Ashley stood up.
Be right back. Bathroom.
Michelle stood too.
I'm coming with... I stopped Ashley right before she went inside the restroom. You know I saw you the other night, right, Ashley?
Ashley blinked. What the fuck are you talking about, Michelle?
At Mario's, in the hallway. You and Trey looked like you were about to square up. Ashley's face dropped. She thought they were alone.
It wasn't like that. He's just stressed. Emmanuel's pressuring him. It wasn't a threat.
I raised an eyebrow. He leaned in like it was. I know a threat when I see one. Ashley held her breath a moment too long before replying.
We're good. Everything's under control.
Okay, if you say so. I just gave a half smile and turned back toward the spa.
The moment they sat down, the energy shifted. Anterial, still salty about the housewarming, kicked it off.
I still can't believe Emmanuel brought Mary into my house, like she ain't the villain in this damn story.
Michelle, swirling her drink, replied flatly.
Anterial, everything isn't about you. This gathering is about Key C, damn it. And did any of y'all actually check on E?
Anterial snapped her head over.
Girl, this ain't about comfort. It's about respect. And what he did was straight up disrespectful. He lucky I didn't pull out the Glock.
Michelle laughed.
A Glock?
She smirked.
You barely landed 2 punches on Mary. She's still walking around like it was a beauty pageant.
Anterial stood slowly, heat rising.
I bet I get more than 2 punches in on your ass. Want to find out?
Michelle stood too, calm but sharp.
You all big and bad with me, but security had to pull Mary up off your ass.
Anterial stepped in close.
Keep talking. I'll make you the second bitch to get escorted off my property this week.
Michelle grabbed her clutch.
I know when I'm not wanted.
She looked around the spa.
Y'all enjoy your little pre-wedding peace. I'll see y'all at the ceremony.
She walked out cool as ever, and that's when the tension got real quiet. We all sat there in it, breathing it in, until a staff member stepped in, wide-eyed and flustered, saying that Anterial's car alarm is going off. The whole crew runs outside and sees a brick has been thrown through the window of Anterial's Maybach.
This bitch has threw a brick through my car window. She has lost her damn mind. I'm calling the police.
I had finally made it home, fumbled with my keys at the front door, drunk off champagne, cigars, and whatever the hell was in that amber bottle Alex brought out last. Bachelor party complete. Brain? Fried. Ashley wasn't home. The lights were low. Quiet. Too quiet. My kind of moment. I shuffled down the hallway and stopped at the door only I was allowed to open. My private room. The first thing I noticed, the air is colder than usual and scented, faintly with Ashley's perfume. Then I saw the magazines, rearranged, out of order. One was turned inside out, another face down. She'd been in here and went through my shit. I sat in my chair slowly, my buzz fizzing with annoyance. What was she looking for? Then I saw it, the flash drive, sitting on my desk, shiny, unlabeled. Is this what Chris was talking about? Without thinking, I plugged it into the tower. The screen lit up, so I clicked the video. It wasn't porn, it wasn't a prank, it was a murder. Why would Ashley have a video of this? At first I thought this was AI, but after the second time I realized that this video is real. The video played one more time as my drunkenness began to fade. That's when I realized that's not just anyone killing anyone, that looks like Kim.
Well, what an explosive chapter that was. You've just listened to another twist in the dark tale of We Hit. If your heart's racing and you're craving more, you know what to do. Smash that like button and hit subscribe. Things are about to get even bloodier, more deceitful, and thrilling. So stay with us and brace yourselves for the next chapter.
Wow.